Welcome! Crafting has never been easier. Long gone are the times of using a Regal Orb to upgrade your weapon to rare and then slamming all the Exalteds on and just praying to the gods that there will be a good outcome. With the Abyssal stuff and essences, you can guarantee that this spear will turn into a massive weapon like this with tons of physical damage and +6 to all attack skills. And I'm here to take you step by step, click by click throughout the whole process and explain everything. Step number 1, we'll be getting a good base weapon. In this case, it would be a magic weapon with 93, 100% increased physical damage and nothing else on it. You can get this by either using a white base item and then putting a greater orb, perfect orb of transmutation on it, whatever you get lying around, and then hope that the first thing that it pulls over is actually the physical damage. Or you simply go into the market panel, add type weapon spear, then item level 65 at least. I'm going to do max item level 65 as well. Rarity magic. And then I can go for physical damage percentage. Should at least be 90%. Boom. And you can find one with 103 for one single Regal Orb. Just like that. But that's as easy as it goes. Ta-da. First step now, you would think we're going to put on an Orb of Augmentation or a Greater Orb of Augmentation. But we don't want to do this. Because if I put on a Greater Orb of Augmentation, I could be getting a low-rolled physical damage prefix. And that would already ruin the weapon. Instead, we're going to use an Essence of Abrasion or a Greater Essence of Abrasion. These give us guaranteed flat physical damage. One-handed melee weapon, 16 to 42 possible physical damage. And the good thing about these Greater Essences of Abrasion is they cost nothing. I can get 2 for 2 Exalted Orbs. Yeah, here, place order. Thank you very much. That's how cheap they are. 2 Exalted Orbs. And then with a Greater Essence of Abrasion, I'm going to turn it into a rare item that instantly has 170 damage. That's going to be eclipsing what I currently have by far and wide. But we're just getting started because now I have 2 prefixes on it, but I can add another prefix and 3 more suffixes. And that's where the Desecration stuff comes in with all these omens. I could just preserve Jawbone this now, just desecrate it. But that would be bad, because we also have the Omen of Dextral Necromancy and the Omen of Sinistral Necromancy that guaranteed add a prefix or a suffix. And we can determine if they're going to be Ulaman, Amanamu, or Kurgal modifiers. And since you don't know what all these modifiers are, I got a list for you. This list you can sort by item type, boink, because we are playing a spear currently. And my spear could now, for example, with a Kurgal modifier, could get increased melee damage if you have dealt a projectile attack hit. It kind of sounds bad. But I could also get 12 to 18% increased attack speed. Companions have also 12 to 18% increased attack speed. That is an Amanamu suffix. Therefore, we're going to use guaranteed suffix, then Amanamu, and together with a preserved Jawbone, we're desecrating our weapon. Boom. This is now a guaranteed Amanamu suffix. Let's travel to the Well of Souls. And before I throw the item now in here, we have another thing we can do. And that would be the Omen of Abyssal Echoes. While this item is active in your inventory, the next time you reveal a desecrated modifier, you can reroll the option once. Good. That's actually fantastic. So we're going to open the Well of Souls. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to have right-click the Omen of Abyssal Echoes. I'm going to reveal the thing. I get 14% attack speed, chance to pierce an enemy, or 9% increased spirit reservation efficiency of skills. I'm happy with that 14% attack speed. I could re-roll, but I got what I was looking for, right? I'm going to confirm this now. Yabba dabba do, and we get our guaranteed suffix. Awesome. This is shaping up to be a fantastic weapon. If I was not happy with my results, you could also use the Omen of Light. It says while this item is active in your inventory, your next Orb of Annulment will remove only desecrated modifiers. And the Orb of Annulment says remove a random modifier from an item. So with this Omen together and the Orb of Annulment, I could simply remove and then try again the whole desecration with the suffix, with the Amanamu, with the Kurgal, and then slap it on. Heads up, in order to do this deterministic crafting, your weapon needs to be at least level 65. And we're not talking about required level. We're talking about if you hold down Alt, the item level needs to be 65. My spear up here with level 33 is, for example, only 39 item level. My spear over here is only 48 item level. Therefore, I can't use the deterministic crafting on it. The next step would be getting the levels to attack skills on top, since that boosts the damage tremendous. And for this, we need to flesh out the weapon right now with maximum prefixes and suffixes. Therefore, good old Exalted Orb spam. Or the Greater Exalted Orb, but I barely have any of those. Exalted Orb, 1, 2, 3. Good. We get critical hit chance bonus. That's actually insane. We get a huge fire damage on the tibbity tobbity. I like that. And the attribute requirements reduced. I don't really care about that one, but honestly, the critical hit chance and the fire damage was quite huge. Now comes the tricky part, because we could lose our Desecration, but it would be fine because we could technically re-desecrate. You're going to head over to NG, Currency Exchange, and what we're looking for is a Perfect Essence of Battle. This Perfect Essence of Battle, guaranteed, removes a random modifier and augments a rare item with +4 to all attack skills or +6 to all attack skills on a two-handed weapon. These are somewhat on the pricier side, which sit at 39 Exalted Orbs or 16 Chaos Orbs. Let's buy one of those. And now the interesting part about the Perfect Essence of Battle is that if the item is fully prefixed and suffixed out, it will always remove a suffix. So I have a 1 out of 3 chance that it's going to remove the attack speed. That would hurt, but it would be fine because I would still have my critical hit chance. It could also reduce the attribute requirements that I wouldn't even care remotely about. What we're going to do is now right-click Person with Essence of Battle, put it on, and it removed the crit. Bit of a bummer because I would have loved to have the crit. Regardless, this weapon gives me 230 damage, not qualityed up. I didn't put a socket in, I didn't put a iron root in. And my current spear is at 149 without the +4 to all attack skills, without the huge chunk of attack speed. Oh boy, that's fantastic. They're going to say, Boney, I'm a magical character. What am I going to do then? No problem. You get the Perfect Essence of Sorcery, which does exactly the same on focuses and wands. Or if you want to have a tons of lightning damage on your bow for the poison build, you could use a Greater Essence of Electricity for 162 lightning damage on your crossbow. And that works on pretty much any crossbow. You don't even have to have one with huge physical damage, right? But if it had 100% physical damage, and then you also put the 162 lightning damage on it, oh boy. And for focuses and wands, there's the Greater Essence of Sorcery that would add 90% increased spell damage or 129% increased spell damage on a staff. And everything we just did to make a perfect weapon applies to armor as well. Because the Ulaman and Amanamu and Kurgal modifiers with a prefix and suffix can also increase your evasion rating and maximum energy shield. Go on the market, body armor, item level 65 to 65 magic. Then we're going to choose the flat number to energy shield, not the percentage. And we can get ourselves, for example, here a scintillating mystic raiment for 2 exalted orbs with +79 maximum energy shield. And with a greater essence of enhancement, we could get increased armor evasion or energy shield by up to 80%. Yes, this percentage can be usually higher, but it's a guaranteed outcome. This would already guarantee me a chest with a huge value, especially if you don't have any, especially if I really want something now for the end game. Alternative, if you have a chest with good values already in magic, you could just craft it over with tons of fire resistance, or we could take a greater essence of the body for the maximum life, and then work with our Omen of Dextral Necromancy and the Sinistral Necromancy, and again, Sovereign EDC, together with our fancy pansy list to get the right thing that you want to have. And in order to get those essences easy and not force you to buy them all the time, you're going to go into your atlas, and the first points we're going to spend, bottom right, your maps have a 40% increased chance to contain an essence, 140%. Then essences found in your map have a 30% increased chance to be perfect essences. Okay, very good. This one says 25% chance for modifiers on essence monsters in your map to be replaced with essences. So instead of having actual abilities, they could have 6 different essences. If you wanted to, you could put in a point for the essence type selector, which forces them to be attack, physical, critical speed, or rather ally cold lightning damage. Alternative, going for that attribute defense life mana rarity. If you're currently looking for an essence of battle, energetic resonance, we're currently looking for that defense energy shield bonus, vital resonance. Lastly, you want to have the bonus lightning damage, kinetic resonance. All of my weapons on every character have been exactly crafted this way. Huge amounts of lightning damage in this case, together with a level 2 attack skills, and also 111% increased grenade damage. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? Go out there, make your amazing weapons, and try them out on this Poison Ranger, or rather the new and updated Fissure Warrior. And if anything is still unclear, drop a comment and I'll try to help you. Take care.